On January 8th, 2025, I quit my content addiction.
Okay, but why though?
MrBeast made this video of a guy spending 100 days in a grocery store, and then Ludwig reacted to it and asked this question.
How often in your life do you have 100 days with nothing to do?
And so I asked myself, what if I locked in for 100 days and stopped scrolling? No YouTube, no TikTok, no Instagram. Just me, my thoughts, and the work that I've been putting off. That sounded epic to me. But what if I tried just 48 hours first to see how it would go? What's the worst that could happen?
We're superheroes. What could happen?
Here are the rules. Rule number 1, no watching content. That's no YouTube, no TikTok, no Instagram, no scrolling at all. Rule number 2, I have to replace consuming with creating. Rule number 3, document my existential crisis along the way. And I only got through this with God's help, because this was hard, dude. I'm struggling. Let's begin. So now that I've got a minute, it is time to lock in and focus on coming up with some ideas for what the direction of my content is, what I actually want to make, what people might like. And so I've got 15 minutes here, so I'm going to set a timer. It wasn't on, so let me turn it on first. So I've got 15 minutes here, and let me show you. Timer set, 15 minutes. And now it's time to get to work. Day 1 of not consuming content, and I'm prepping some food. That's what it feels like almost all the time for me right now. I'm just waiting for time to pass, waiting for things to happen. And I've got to think of stuff to do now that's different. And it's a big challenge. It's a shift that I've got to go through, and I've got to figure out how to do it, because if I'm to support the people I need to support, including myself, I can't keep doing that anymore. I got to use what I've learned and create. Normally I'd listen to a podcast or watch a YouTube video while I'm doing this, or some music to pass the time, but I'm not sure if music is actually included in this challenge yet. I might figure that out along the way. But the whole point of this challenge is to step back and let yourself go, let your brain go, and start thinking about things. And if I'm going to do that, I have to get comfortable with the idea of just existing with my thoughts, with my feelings. Oh my goodness. And that means cooking without listening to anything. Just finished my shift at work, and I was gonna sit down, eat some food, and watch something, but I can't do that. I've gotta work and create, and now that I've finished work, I've gotta work some more, but I've realized that I wanna spend more time with people, and so that's why I'm focusing on both of those things now, both work and spending time with people. But I'm not opposed to grinding, locking in, and focusing hard on content, and so that's what this whole challenge is about for me. And so I was gonna sit down and watch something. I can't watch stuff. And so I'm feeling the drive to watch rather than create. And so hopefully I can get over that by creating and replacing that habit with something productive and beneficial to me, my life, the life of the people around me. So I'm gonna create stuff now. So I remembered why I drive with music and podcasts is because even on such a short drive, I get tired and sleepy, and I'm already dozing off. So I think that I'm gonna allow podcasts in the car as my first allowance. Hopefully the only one for this entire challenge here, because the focus is to create. So I love listening to Colin and Samir. They're great inspirations for my creativity. And so if I can listen to them to stay awake while I'm driving, hopefully they can inspire me to create and stop consuming. So yes, I'm gonna listen to Colin and Samir now. I'll be honest, I don't know if this counts actually as part of consuming, but I did stay up late last night to play a video game. And it wasn't for the purpose of creating. I don't know if it counts as consuming. I hadn't actually made that clear to myself yet, whether it was just consuming, content online or consuming video games and other media. And so that's why I was confused about the podcasts and the music. I listen to music while working out. That seems productive. And then as far as playing video games, I'm not sure. I think the fact that I stayed up late was probably not on the good side of things, but I didn't realize how hard this would be to just go cold turkey, But I haven't watched social media, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. I haven't done that. And so that's the main purpose of, not consuming, is to create instead. And so last night, that was what it was. And I'm not going to make that determination yet. I will continue to think about it throughout the course of today and see what my conclusion is. So for now, though, I thought I'd update you that it happened. So I spent way too long playing that video game, but I beat it now. Bruh. And I think I'm going to rule out video games too, at least by myself, because that took up way too much time that I could have been locking in and focusing. So difficult challenge already, but I will do better. We're going to lock in and create some content and hopefully make some money. If not, still just like get in the content game, become a creator, and be more aligned to who I want to be. Nearing the end of day 2, just finished up at the gym, thought I would share about why I'm actually doing this. So I have had a habit for many years of consuming content almost all the time. For about a year and a half after high school, I actually had a lot of time to myself. Before going to college, I was working on and off, and so I'd watch YouTube a lot. That built this habit of consuming. Then I went to college and I started working again, and then all my spare time, I tended to fall back into that habit of consuming. I don't want to do that. It's had effects on who I am, and I don't want to be that way. I want to be someone better, someone stronger, someone more producive rather than someone who receives and takes. I'm doing these days because I want to grow stronger. I want to, enter the hyperbolic time chamber and come out on the other side buff, fit, but mentally and socially, maybe, I don't know, we'll see what happens. But for me, this is going to impact my life in ways that I'm sure that I don't even know. Time with family and friends. I'm sure the pathways in my brain will work a lot better. I won't be addicted to content. Maybe my eating habits will get better. My nutrition will get better. I'm finally back in the gym consistently, pushing harder than ever before there, and that's been awesome. I don't know what else is going to come from this. Hopefully something spiritual as well. I'll let you know what happens. But end of day 2, and I think I've decided that video games are going to be off limits for me because I was up late last night. So I spent way too long playing that video game, but I beat it now. It's got to be part of the cleanse, part of the no consuming content cleanse. And so I'm going to add it in. I'm figuring out what the rules are as we go. I think the rules right now, okay, here are the rules. So basically, I can't consume content. I can't play video games. I can't watch movies. I can't watch shows. I can't watch YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, Twitter, LinkedIn, what else is there? Instagram. I can't go to all these social media sites and watch stuff. I'm just going to focus on creating, because the point of this is to create. It's not just to get rid of the habit of consuming. It's to lock in and create and spend 100 days doing that. And the first couple of days have been rough already, I'll be honest, but we're getting over it slowly, I think. I think when trying to get rid of a habit, days 2 to 3 are the hardest. So we're at the end of day 2 and I'm feeling it. So tomorrow might be hard, but moving forward after that, that's what we're going for, is 100 days without consuming content, so that I can mature, be a man, grow up, and make content so that, I don't know, I can feel fulfilled, or so that I can impact people. I really want to create story-based content, some kind of redemptive content that really helps people. I want people to feel fulfilled. I don't know really how to do that yet, so I'll have to do some research. So right now I'm kind of just documenting. We'll see how the story unfolds. It's day 3 today. I'm really feeling the effects today, so I guess it's a good thing that I am not watching YouTube and consuming content, because I'm struggling. And I wouldn't have known that I was actually struggling if I didn't, take up this challenge to not watch content, And so I'm trying to think of things to do instead of creating, because I actually don't know why, but I've just had this block that I don't want to do the work of creating instead of consuming. I just want to consume, take in stuff and not create. I guess I got to stop that. New rule for today, no video games, because so I spend way too long. I think that technically counts as consuming. So no more video games, no watching content, and it's only going to get better, I guess. According to science people, maybe, they say that days 2 and 3 of trying to break a habit and replace with a new one are the hardest. And so we're on day 3. So we're almost through the final push, but I'm really feeling it. And hopefully once we get through today, it'll be a lot better. For now, I think the guideline here is that if I'm not going to create, I just have to sit and do nothing. And I can write down ideas, I can edit, I can record stuff, but I gotta lock in, I gotta focus, I gotta work. And if I don't do that, then I just gotta do nothing. Here's to doing nothing, or creating, mostly creating probably, but maybe some nothing too, because so I just found this website called Boxable, and they've got these cool modular houses. They're like tiny homes. They unfold. Let's see if we can get a shot of that. Look how they unfold. Isn't that crazy? And get this is a house. It's like a studio apartment kind of house, basically. But it's only $60,000 for a house. Can you believe that? And they come with options. They're on wheels too, so you can trail it around like an RV. This is exactly what I've been dreaming of for my tiny home ministry. I think it's pretty neat. Anyway, that's distraction enough for today. Just at lunchtime on day 3, and I really want to watch something. I really want to watch YouTube, and I can't and I've got to deal with that. I've got to create. I didn't think it would be this hard. I feel lost. I feel like a weight in my heart and my stomach, or I want to watch. I want to give in. But 97 and a half more days to go. I'm not going to quit. I'm going to push through. I'm going to do this. I've got to figure this out. I've got to figure out what's going on inside my head. I've got to figure out how I can add to the world. If I don't, then I don't know what I'll do. I also don't know what's going to happen after these 100 days. Maybe I'll go back to what I was doing before. Maybe I can go all in on creating instead of consuming. So instead of focusing on suffering going forward and my struggles, I'm going to focus more on what I'm doing rather than like the negativity I'm feeling. If I'm going to embrace this fully and become who I'm meant to be, I think that I need to focus on the positive, focus on going somewhere rather than just running from something. And so I'll be talking more about what I'm doing to create. And so for that, today I wrote out like the actual hook of this video. I didn't start with the hook, didn't start with the thumbnail. I did start with the title. Usually those are the three things that I want to start off with on a video, but I just had to do it. I had to get started on it. That's kind of the main thing creatively I did today. But the other hours of the day I have to myself, I will be spending, I don't know, normally I'd be watching stuff, but I've got to figure out what to do that's creative. I've been playing guitar recently. I just don't want to be focused on consuming, and consuming with me is kind of tied in together with being entertained. It's like playing guitar is part of that, but I guess entertainment isn't ultimately that bad if it is paired with creation, right? So maybe guitar would be a good thing. Like reading, that could be entertainment, but you can draw lessons from stories. And so maybe that's what I will focus on with what I'm doing is drawing lessons from it. Anyway, I think that's my day 3 noon update. All finished up at the gym for day 3, and I forgot to reflect on today. No content today, no consuming but a lot of creating. I really pushed myself to like form this new habit, and I don't know, I really wanted to watch stuff and consume today. So I guess it's good that I'm breaking this habit. I feel like I'm a broken record at this point, but I focused on creating. I've got some ideas, I just don't know how to film them yet, but I did some script writing and put together the next several videos that I've got. It's good. I don't know what I'm gonna spend all my time doing though once I have those, but good day, not consuming content, even though it was very hard. Hopefully things go like this for the foreseeable future, because that would be great for this challenge. But day 3, it's getting better. It's getting easier. I think I now have a vision for what's going to go on over the next 96 days going forward. So things are looking up.